Hi, my name is Robert Bajer, and I'm the CEO and founder of Micro-credential Multiverse. We are a product agnostic, vendor neutral, US based consulting firm, and I've been working on micro-credentials for about the last 10 years. And as the founder and CEO of Micro-credential Multiverse, I'm proud to say that we are deeply involved in supporting the shift to skills based learning, recognition, and hiring ecosystems in the United States and abroad. We are contributors to national standards. We are developers of state, regional, and local ecosystems that leverage a variety of technologies and vendors. We contribute to national white papers, research, and communities practice. And we've developed some of the largest and highest quality ecosystems in the United States. Long story long, we've worked with hundreds of organizations to develop thousands of micro credentials earned by millions of learners, and this includes institutions and businesses. First, let's talk about what a micro-credential is. This is the most common question I've gotten over the last 10 years. What is it? So, unfortunately, there is no international consensus on what a micro credential is, but there are some common threads between national approaches and technological requirements. So, my organization has evaluated 26 individual definitions for a micro credential, and we've created this meta definition, which is a two-parter to unpack the logistical components and the technological requirements for micro credential ecosystems. And this definition addresses some of the key challenges that are faced by issuers, employers, and learners. Ultimately, what we're trying to achieve is the creation of a trusted, tamper proof, and independently verifiable award system that can be shared between learners and employers. So, next, I'm going to talk about why NFTs. So, before we start to talk about NFTs, we need to talk about blockchains. So, a public blockchain is a decentralized and distributed database that ensures the authenticity and integrity of the information that it keeps. In other words, we can say that a public blockchain is a place where information can be stored, where anyone has access to view that information, but absolutely no one can modify, delete, or alter any information that has been recorded on the blockchain. The blockchain allows for the registration of different types of information, and when it comes to registering the ownership and uniqueness of any digital asset, such as an image, they are called NFTs, which stands for non fungible token. So, to simplify, consider a work of art in the physical world, like a unique painting. There's only one original. And NFTs operate similarly in the digital world. Anyone can verify its authenticity, uniqueness, and ownership, ensuring the integrity and provenance of the asset. Having said that, POK is the only platform that allows any institution to issue verifiable digital credentials, not only as certificates, but as NFTs on the blockchain. This means that certificates issued in this way are absolutely impossible to counterfeit, and anyone can verify the authenticity of any certificate at any time. Next, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about designing a micro-credential. So, POK gives you the versatility to create as many designs as you want, and awards can be created to recognize a variety of different learning experiences, including skill and competency acquisition and demonstration, program completion, and more. Awards can be created as badges or as certificates. So, let's take a look at that. All right, so we logged into the POK dashboard, and this is what we see. It's easy to create your first design. Just click on Designs. And like I said, awards can be created as badges or as certificates. Both options have a variety of templates to choose from, as you can see. And there are actually over 100 templates that you can choose from, so you don't have to start from scratch. And if you do have your own design, you can use the Create feature in the New Design section. So now that we have gone through some of the options, let's take a look at an award here that we've created from the World University. Okay, so each certificate gives you the ability to customize text, images, background, and more. So let's go through some of those things. So here we have our text. Here we have our images, or in this case, items. And we can just click these buttons and it brings up all of our files there. We can also include a background, a custom background, or we can choose from the gallery. POK includes lots of different designs to choose from. Next, we're going to get into some of the custom attributes that you're seeing here on the screen. So out of the box, it comes with some custom with some default attributes, things like institution name, the achiever or the recipient of the award, the title, and the date. Each certificate created within POK includes certificate level attributes such as the name of the institution, which you see here as the World University, the name of the award, and the name of the recipient of the award, and the date that the award has been issued. In addition to those out of the box attributes, you can add as many as you'd like. So, if you want to add maybe GPA, department title, certificate signatories, the duration of the program, involvement descriptors, or more, those certificate level attributes can be added as much as you want. All certificates awarded using POK also conform to both the Open Badges 3.0 and European Learning Model, which ensures that all awards are both portable and interoperable with any system that has adopted these open standards. Next, I'd like to take a look at the general additional information section, starting with the general information section. So the information in this section is persistent and describes the program or learning experience associated with the award. It will communicate the rigor of the program to learners and award recognizers. So first, let's take a look at what is the award. So that, in other words, is our description. So describing the award that is being issued to the learner. Next, let's take a look at what the award represents. This is the aptitude section. These are the skills and competencies associated with successful acquisition of this particular award. Next, let's look at the assessment methodology, or in this case, is called the requirements. This is what the learner needed to do to earn this individual certificate. And then finally, we have some additional documentation. So additional documents may include rubrics, syllabi, artifacts, or other supporting materials for the learning experience or program, and these can be submitted in JPEG, PNG, or PDF format. Next, let's take a look at the personalized general information. So if that isn't enough, you can add personalized general information, which is included in awards to expand on the baseline components that we just went through, tailoring it to the unique learning experience that it represents. This can include things like references to industry alignment, standards or alignments associated with the award, employer endorsements or institutional affiliations. This section is infinitely editable. You can add as many of these personalized general information as you need. Next, we're going to take a look at personalized information. So the personal information components will be unique to each learner and can include information such as the individual transcript information, learner reflections, learner evidence, personal recommendations by instructors or assessors, or even a unique narrative that's associated with this individual learning experience. This will be unique, again, to each earner recipient of this award. Next, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about creating a brandable page. So this is going to be where learners are sent when they are awarded a certificate, or when a certificate is shared, the recipient that the award is shared with will visit this page to verify the authenticity of the earner and the institution that awarded the certificate. So let's take a look at some of these customizable options. So we're back to the World University here, and we've edited the header of the customizable page. We've uploaded a banner. Again, this is very easy. It's like setting up a PowerPoint slide or filling out, a relatively elaborate email. We also have some areas here for just customizable branding. So things like images, documents, YouTube videos, anything that's going to support and share information about the program associated with the certificate. You can also include links to career and opportunity pages. Sky's the limit with this page. So there are lots of options here to customize. Next, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about awarding your first micro-credential or your next micro-credential with POK. So let's take a look at how your organization can verify its identity so that learners can be sure and recognizers can be sure that when a certificate is awarded, that it's awarded by the institution or the organization that they think is awarding it. So there's a few ways to verify your organization. The first is through LinkedIn, and it's by simply posting through LinkedIn as your organization. The only person who should be able to do that is a member of your admin team from your organization, and it's as simple as posting. The second method of verifying the authenticity of your organization is by putting a little bit of text into your website, your institutional or organizational website. And the only person who should be able to do that is your IT team. So doing that is really easy. Let me show you here. So by clicking Start, you can enter your profile here and then post directly through your profile. You can also, through verifying your domain, by simply verifying your domain here and making sure that that little piece of text is in there. Okay, now that you've verified the authenticity of your organization, we're going to award our first or next credential. So let me share my screen and switch over. All right, so issuing a micro-credential is really easy. You go over to the listings here, you click on Send Credential, and you can send through bulk or you can send individually manually. So let's kind of go through some of the options here manually. So you can choose from certificate or badge. You can choose from all the different options that your organization has created. And then based on those options, you can decide exactly which custom page to send them to or associate with that certificate, and include any necessary credential information that you've included in the customization options that we went through at the very beginning. So this is very easy. You can click Preview Credential, and then you can send it off. So next, we're going to verify a credential. So what I've done is I've sent myself the credential that we were working on earlier, and as you can see, we're tying it all together. We got our brandable page here. We have all of those different links that we've included, all of that nice branding. And let's say that I have shared this with an outside party, an employer, for example, and I want to know if this credential is in fact belong to Robert Bajer, me. So I can validate this using my last name. And generally, if you're applying for a job, they know your last name. So it shouldn't be hard to find. But if they don't know your last name, which unlocks the cryptographic seal here, they can also unlock by entering an ID. And I've just entered a very simple ID for this particular credential, but there are very good reasons why you may share an ID in lieu of a name, and you can use either option for validating the authenticity of the credential. Further, here at the very bottom, you can see that we have verified the authenticity of the issuer of the credential using both our domain strategy and LinkedIn post. For the sake of this particular demo, I also wanted to show you how you can view on the blockchain section of the verification page. So let's scroll on down here, and you'll see that you can actually access directly the LinkedIn post that verifies the authenticity of this certificate and its association with this organization, the World University, that we've created for demo purposes. Further, if I head back here, we can take a look at the blockchain information here on OpenSea. As this is an NFT, it can be seen here on OpenSea. And in addition, you can see all the information related to the blockchain transaction done on Polygon, which is a layer 2 of Ethereum. And we can show that here. And there we have it. Last but not least, we're going to talk a little bit about sharing the micro-credential. So now that we've verified its authenticity, we can go back to our page here, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to share. So once it's been verified, it can be downloaded. So let me show you what that looks like. It can be downloaded as a PDF or as a PNG with all of the metadata associated with this credential embedded directly into it. You can also share it very easily on any of these social sites, on X, on Facebook, on WhatsApp. There are some other options here, Telegram or direct via email. As you can see, there are some other options coming soon for Instagram and TikTok. And it's also very easy to add this to your LinkedIn profile, which is likely where you may be sending most of your professional development and certificates. So all of the information is pre-populated. It makes it super easy to share. And this can be really important for your organization, is not only having these options, but explaining these options to learners. Students really are your brand ambassadors. So every single person who graduates from your program goes off in the world and they share it online. And when they do, this can be a very valuable organic marketing vertical for your organization or for your institution. And there are a lot of very good questions about ROI associated with micro-credentials. And the very nice thing about them is that because they're micro, there are a lot more of them, and they can make a huge splash if you organize your campaign correctly. So this includes the brandable landing page to promote your programs, and this includes the credentials themselves. And these things can hit the big three, which is increasing student engagement, retention, and attraction. This can also help your institution attract, retain, and engage new students from areas that you may not have previously considered. Hello again, friends. I wanted to thank you for your feedback on our first version of our presentation about POK, and I wanted to thank you for your feedback. So let's delve a little bit deeper into the international standards that are crucial for the development and recognition of credentialing platforms, particularly Open Badges 3.0 and the European Learning Model, or the ELM. So first of all, Open Badges 3.0 is the latest iteration of a globally recognized standard for digital badges. It was originally developed by the Mozilla Foundation, and it's currently being maintained by OneEdTech. This open standard ensures that digital badges, like those issued through the POK platform, are portable, verifiable, and interoperable across various platforms. And we covered this earlier in the video, but what does that mean? So beyond this definition that I've included here on the slide that I'm showing you right now, I also wanted to talk to you specifically about each of these individual standards. So first of all, portability means that learners can carry their achievements with them, regardless of where they go. And this is particularly important when we're talking about international ecosystems. Uh, so portability means that learners can carry their achievements with them regardless of where they go, be it another educational institution, an employer, or even a different country. Interoperability ensures that these badges can be recognized and validated by any system that adheres to the Open Badges 3.0 standard, creating a seamless experience for both issuers and earners, which are two of the key stakeholders in any digital credentialing ecosystem. And the ecosystem isn't necessarily limited to these three key stakeholders. There are also what we call ecosystem stakeholders that include consulting firms like mine, credentialing platforms like POK, and systems, financial, and government enablers as well. Now that we've talked a little bit about the Open Badges specification, let's talk about the European Learning Model, or ELM. So this was developed by the European Union, and ELM is designed to standardize the way learning outcomes and qualifications are represented across Europe. It's particularly important for cross-border education and employment, ensuring that skills and credentials earned in one country are recognized in another. And this can be really valuable, again, for building ecosystems that not only span different types of learners, like some of the types that we've mentioned, but also learners from different regions of the globe. So both the Open Badges 3.0 and the European Learning Model are not just technical specifications, they are frameworks that support a vision of global learning and working. They make it possible for learners to present their credentials confidently anywhere in the world, knowing that these credentials are backed by rigorous, internationally recognized standards. So I'm happy to say that POK has integrated both of these standards into its platform, and it was one of the first to adopt the most recent version of the Open Badges specification. And this ensures that every credential issued is not only secure and tamper-proof or fraud-proof, but that they also are recognized broadly and globally. So this is how we empower learners to take control of their learning and career journeys in an increasingly interconnected world. By adhering to these international standards, POK is committed to creating a world where credentials are more than just symbols, they are trusted indicators of a learner's journey, recognized and respected across borders. So thanks so much. This was a little bit about the ELM and the Open Badges specification and how it enhances the portability, interoperability, and recognition across state borders and between systems. Thank you. All right, let's land the plane. Thank you so much for joining me for this short overview of micro-credentials and specifically how POK can help turn your learners into brand ambassadors and help you make the shift to skills-based learning, recognition, and hiring. Again, my name is Robert Bajer. I'm the founder and CEO of Micro-Credential Multiverse. We've had the good fortune of working with our friends over at POK, and if you want more information about them, feel free to reach out to Tomas, their CEO, or visit pok.tech to learn more. Thanks so much.